Well, we've got more fun from Avangar. See how this smoke will land. There's a second one to go with it. Nice flashbang as well. Ethan will eat the chain flash though. There's going to be the first frag for him anyway. Starts to fall back. More flashes coming through. Stan trying to track. There's a big gap in those smokes. Ethan still on the site, can play double peek with his teammates. Pop, pop. Ethan's trying to kill everybody now. Kika and Jane remain. This is not the start they were looking for.
Yeah, this is really tough. If only they had a Molotov or something to deal with Ethan, but he seems to be just owning it from this position. Jane, though, will return one headshot onto Tarek. Jane trying to also cover the crossover position and the key cut as well. It's not too much. I would imagine that Avangar will still be buying up the creeks. And EG, as you say, you know, they do have the FAMAS, but the creeks, there's so many spots on this map in particular where they just have a huge advantage with the range. But here's the flash play, just pistols, no Kevlar, no helmets, but still a kill from Kika. Zach will catch Kika with that scout of his. He's extremely deadly. Did great work with this in China. Ooh, and finishes.
Oh, Kikat's been taken out by Cirque with the scout immediately, and Jane tries to punish, but Cirque's still alive, and that is always going to be an issue. So it's an early 5 versus 4 for Evil Geniuses, a fantastic start. You were asking for an early pick. That's one way to do it.
Well, Cirque is actually nuts with the scout. I don't think I've seen him really ever have a bad round with it in the last few tournaments. He's really getting the value out of it. And on the Dust 2 double doors, it is a great way. You know, use that run speed, and you kind of judge the position, and then go for the wall bang attempts. And see, it really worked out for Cirque here. And Avangar, they will be moving towards the catwalk position. They do have Buster, who can take or keep a watchful eye on the tunnels push if that is to happen by EG. But EG, you know, they're a man to the good right now, so they may not feel the urge to go for any pushes. That said, they're pretty weak on the A bomb site, and we'll have to see if Avangar decide to commit there. I'd imagine they will harass this position a little bit, but whether they commit is a different story.
49 seconds remain. Avangar keeping their cards close to their chest. Poking through as Adren with the bomb in tow. 2 smokes for up. Buster's lurking outside B at the moment. Tarek tried to make a play, but I'm sure he will emerge eventually. Trying to line up for the window. Stanislaus by the car position. Poking and prodding, trying to get that info, but there are 2 fast kills for Evil Geniuses. They haven't lost a player just yet. Finally, Stanislaus goes down with the AWP, no less, of Jamie. Stuck by the door, surely he's going to get flanked. Running now towards default spot, but they are overwhelmed with Evil Geniuses players. He's got stuck on a reload as well, so a support flash as well, although I'm sure he'll hold the AWP out. And Breeze has 2 flashes, so he can flash behind Cirque as the T start to push. There's a T flash, 2 on the low ground. He's seen an arm. He'll take Buster out, and Kikat's pretty close. He has support though, as a team kill actually, but as long as they hold, then that's going to be the main thing. Tarek stops the bomb from being planted for the time being. They're lining up. They're stuck behind the whatever those bags of thingies are.
Bags of thingies.
And CTs to stand right in front of the smoke grenade on occasion, like that. So that's what he was trying to fish for. There's Jane now getting off angle for Cirque, and he tries to tag the second sniper in Stanislaus, doesn't quite hit the mark on that occasion. So finally, there's something for Avangar. They've got the 5 versus 4. James got to be careful about that if he drops that smoke grenade, because people have started to spray those doors. So there's the odd person who drops the fadeaway. So they have a few seconds to move away from the position. Anyway, they could keep pursuing the long position, the short position, sorry. Kika is outside long, and Breeze is making a forward play just to find out what's going on there. So that's going to be a very quick engagement, and now there's loads of problems to EG. Tarek is alone. We've got Adreni, he's got a hit off a 1 versus 1, but he can't see the players coming. You can feel the sense of urgency. Sanji could be in trouble though if Tarek goes a little deeper.
Really well played by Avangar to at least guarantee the bomb plant here, but EG indeed will still have a defense that they can go for a retake from Sanji. Always got to hit that straight away, and it's just going to be down to Kika and Jane. They are very low on HP here. There is no utility remaining for EG to actually get rid of these short players, so it's just the straight up aim battles. Tarek pushing into an off angle, goes for the spray. Kika
just made. So there may be questions as to what the real intentions are. I think if it may be hopping into CT, and at the same time he has indeed. That's a great way to trade. And now there's nervousness towards the B bomb site. Adren creeping, trying to find a CT. And Cirque will probably peak eventually. And here comes the harassment towards B. So Adren stopping the issues that they had in the previous rounds. We see adjustment now from Avangar, but they still need to make their way in. 16 seconds, they're still stuck by the choke points. The smoke is still up. Sanji goes through the door, loses the bomb, and the same thing is happening as happened last time. They went for this kind of split. James gets a kill. He's still alive somehow. He's looking for it. James going crazy now. Find himself 3 kills, but there's no time to plant the bomb. Or barely even time to pick it up. Circle Live with 3 HP in
Just
the
by
tunnel.
Avangar, they go for the force around the AWP. Straight through the smoke here. Breeze on the other end of it, just as James was talking about previously. And he's going to just stop this rush dead. He's got himself a Krieg as a reward as well. And things are not looking good here for Avangar. They've also lost Catwalk. Tarek around the smoke. He's going to pick off one more, and it just gets worse. Avangar in so much trouble here, and they need to at least be able to find a couple kills. Keep the economy honest. Prevent it from growing too much. There's one from Buster. And there's certainly opportunity for more with a minute to go.
Mid to B smoke deployed. We'll keep an eye on Breeze and see if he goes aggressive on long later on again, as he did previously. Maybe he'll be deterred by the result last time. In fact, Kiko is starting to wonder perhaps if he'll be given another such opportunity. Buster peeking, prodding through middle doors. He's been spotted. Often you can find Dupree in a position like that, drop a smoke if he sees a push coming. But that's not the case. Evil Geniuses are patient. So they've seen a bomb trying to head towards B, but there's time for it to go elsewhere, and Ethan sees that there's no one outside for now. And he's pushing the tunnels, which may allow Stanislaw to rotate towards the A bomb site if they see nothing in the tunnels, which he won't. Avangar have 25 seconds on the clock. We've got Buster just holding an angle on short. So perhaps it is that they are simply trying to save, not expecting EG to be pushing, because look at the money for EG. The last thing you're expecting here is EG to push because they need to save their own economy. Oh, he could even get knifed. Round number 7 and the blade is out. That's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, and that's really a huge problem too, because this next round...
Even though they split the CTs between the sites, so EG are looking extremely comfortable right now. This is looking like a devastating half for Avangar, even though we're only 50% of the way through the half. It just doesn't look like they're getting anywhere close to maybe even planting a bomb.
Yeah, it's not looking good. So they will be mostly dealt with here. Oh, actually, that said, a couple unsuspecting kills, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 3. This is actually now already one of the better rounds in terms of just the spots that they're in, but it seems that Stanislaw's found a timing on James at Dren with the M4 now against 3 players. He's got no Kevlar, no HP. Make it hurt a little bit more here for EG before he goes down, and he will be unsuccessful. And I think you're right, you know, James, there was 2 key opportunities.
Stuck outside the window somehow, even though they split the CTs between the sites. So EG are looking extremely comfortable right now. This is looking like a devastating half for Avangar, even though we're only 50% of the way through the half. It just doesn't look like they're getting anywhere close to maybe even planting a bomb.
Yeah, it's not looking good. So they will be mostly dealt with here. Oh, actually, that said, a couple unsuspecting kills, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 3. This is actually now already one of the better rounds in terms of just the spots that they're in, but it seems that Stanislaw's found a timing on James at Dren with the M4 now against 3 players. He's got no Kevlar, no HP. Make it hurt a little bit more here for EG before he goes down, and he will be unsuccessful.
If everyone's doing your strats, then everyone is preparing for your strats. A lot more than if it's just you doing it.
Means you've been successful, James, to warrant it.
It does, but it also means that you probably have to change stuff as well and do even more work.
Oh, Ethan, is he actually going through this? That's so brave. Really calling the bluff there, and it's put Tarek in a very difficult position by himself. That said, he finds the 1v1. Repositioning looked expert from Tarek, but he will finally go down. 3 versus 3 here for Avangar, and Stan's looking for a timing again. And it's not going to work out. James covers. A flashbang did go through. Stan had a good chance of getting a kill there, but instead it gets worse for EG. Maybe it's a chance here finally for Avangar.
Buster with an off angle. Does Breeze look a lot further? He does. He's going to do it, but Buster's still unable to get the kill. Breeze has got a fair amount of help, actually. James is brought over as well. And Circus seems wants to eliminate Sanji. He knows he's behind double stack somewhere, but I don't think he's going to be able to win this one. Oh, he's seen the elbow at the very least. I think he did flick towards the body, though. I think he's going for a headshot. If he just shot the elbow, I think Sanji would have actually died there, but never mind. He'll try to rotate away, Surge, but he will be taken out by Buster. So I feel like we have seen an adjustment.
Get into the mind games of the stuff that you're talking about people's familiarity with Avangar. But EG in this round on their light buy, looking to go for those aggressive plays, trying to take command of middle. And it feels like they are being given so much respect here. They've got so much real estate. Sanji will finally be able to clear the lower dark position, but Tarek lurks. That Deagle, he looks dangerous, but Buster will deal with him. So most of the dangers now has been dealt with for Avangar.
There's the smoke. Breeze has found himself a nice angle. Maybe he's gifted something. Sanji is threatening. Oh, he's very aware though. He knows where the holes are, and he is expectant, and that's really important. It's great awareness from him. Carrying the bomb, that could have been dangerous. I don't know how much information they get on a death cam from that. Cirque looking to rotate quietly. Maybe time was on their side. I say was now as Stanislaw gets taken out while a mid-sentence on the side. That was the main threat. Kikut stands in absolutely the wrong place, but I don't think there's much. Or corn bag in Arabic on the A-bomb site. I'll go with wheat bag. This is a nice two-man setup. It's always nice to pay attention to rifle support for an AWP. Breeze popping out with a flashbang. James loses his angle, doesn't go back to it, but he will hold some kind of angle. In the meantime, it's a brief walk. Here we go, burst. It's 80k style, just bursting straight into the B bomb site. Stan creates a smoke for himself, but what can he really do? He needs to buy time. Tarek is here to help, or he's somewhere to help. Gets a long-range shot. Actually, no, killed James elsewhere on the map. The bomb's been dropped. Stanislaw still in the smoke. How is this? How they're going to lose the round? Finally, he's taken out, but it's instant trades, leaving Adrenaline with a Krieg. He knows that one of the players is by the window. He hears Breeze. The bait is there. And Evil Geniuses will rescue the round.
I think that was a super smart round. I think Avangar unlucky, and another huge value play. Stan will take over Catwalk, and he'll remove the AWP from James. And now all that's left for Avangar is to push long, and EG know it's coming.
Breeze looking to cause more mayhem. Seems Evil Geniuses thrive in the anarchy around smoke grenades, and Avangar just causing them problems that they can't really deal with. Tarek looking for the highlight reel, looking for the content. Buster and Kikut remain. This is still doable for them. Buster on the site, they don't know where the CTs are. There is a long rotation for a lot of them. That bomb needs to cross, it's thrown into the smoke, but can it be? Oh no. The problem is no one's peeking it, but they don't know that, so it's really nervous times, and the longer they wait, the worse the situation will become. Nobody will be peeking from the lower area though. And there's a clue, and Molotov towards short. Buster focusing on the frags with the time on the clock. 45 seconds remaining for Avangar in this 2 versus 3. Kikut's got a molly, goes into long doors, and he will start to look to collect the bomb. They still have no idea. Very nervous times. EG wondering what's happening. Stan goes for a poke and a prod through long, and he'll be eliminated. Now it's a 2 versus 2. The utility still coming through for EG. They start to spread though, waiting for focus on the bomb. 1v1, Ethan on the low ground. That's pretty rough for him. 48 HP, 23 seconds to plant the bomb. He's got Ethan. How has he won that one?
I like how Avangar are going mostly for B, even though it hasn't been working out. We're going to see it here again with the pistols. Most players going through mid. I think lots of teams know how to deal with the A attacks. Avangar are throwing their way. So once again, the B defense is tested. Stan and Ethan open things up nicely. Finally, a trade comes through, but Stan at the back of the bomb side with the M4 doing all the damage and just holding on. Oh man, he's even going to get the kill onto Sanji. I think he's already done enough, but he might even just do everything. Indeed, he will. Stand with a great hold, a 4K from him. It seems as though Avangar don't have anybody really stepping up in terms of an individual performance. Like just having one guy just going crazy, or one guy who's winning those clutches and making those getting those multi kills. And this is a good start at least, removing Stan, but Ethan's going deep. Trying to see if he can get ahead of any play that would be coming in. And Tarek now will assist, but that means Tarek's given up middle completely. Haven't got with a lot of options here. A minute to go, a 5v4 on Dust 2. It's one of the most classic situations to be in as a commentator, as a caller on the team.
Initial map control taken. Lots of slow rounds from Avangar. Sub 1 minute now as they still need to clear out the rest of short. Once again, Breeze is very deep towards long doors, playing shadow advantages. It's a well-timed incendiary from Circle. Will it be in response when the smoke starts to come out? No, it'll just be before. She's forcing Sanji from his position, not just Sanji either. Oh, Kikut is playing it slow with 1 HP. That's a big opening. Evil Genius is trying to be proactive, but it'll cost him on this occasion. Circle moving forward now, point of no return, no kill for him either. And that's the A-bomb site completely taken for Avangar.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Yeah, as I mentioned, you know, it's a 5v4 on Dust 2. If the CTs play it like standard, this is what you see: 1 on the site, 1 on A site, 1 on the long position, and then 2 on B. Which means that if you go A, you're most of the time you're going to guarantee yourself a multiple players versus 1 player. So that's obviously amazing if you can isolate the defense like that, and it's kind of a given. And I think Dust 2 is the most pronounced version of that. And Avangar just play it to a T, by the book. And they will look like they might survive with 5 players. Maybe Tarek has something to say at the end of this one. He is in a great position. And, oh, he does pick up one, but the trade's through. All right. Another tag from James. Damn, this is looking pretty bad for EG, all things considered, though. With the HP as it is, it should be okay for them to close it out, and they will indeed make the call after all. Get into that B-bomb side, it's completely open. I don't know that there's a... Is there a flash for Ethan there? I don't think that there is. Stan will wrap around the back, but the smokes will make things... It actually could help him, because maybe they think that there's a time here where it's actually safe to look away from that smoke.
Well, this is going to be pretty hard. Stan makes his way through. Oh my god, Stan, he's found 2 already, but he's finally taken out. And that's going to be a very brief play from 2 plays in a pistol round. Again, lots of attention to detail from Avangar. But look at them lining up evil geniuses. They're just creeping. They're like thugs on the road. Angry motorcycle gang. Trying to charge up that long position. There'll be a trade. Plenty of headshots for Breeze Sanji on a low ground now, as there's plenty of flashbangs from evil geniuses. One team which did buy utility. And the bomb will be planted. 2 players on the site, 2 players not. Cirque picked off by Adren, who continues to push from the long position. Sanji still in the smoke. There's going to be some issues. A nice snap from Sanji, and that's 2. And that leaves Breeze alone in a 1 versus 3 in his pistol. Players coming in from short, long, and close to Sanji as well as the first headshot for Breeze. Looking for more, looking for the 1-taps. He's just dancing around from player to player. He's only got 2 bullets left. There's only 1 now, and that's his bullets gone. He gets his reload in, though. Still alive for the time being. Still dancing, but they will eventually overwhelm him. And it was a essential round for Avangar, which they were able to. So we'll see the 4th buy. Double Galil, and there's still a Krieg for Breeze.
Yikes. Oh dear. Got to be careful here, James. Gets attacked through the door. We saw Cirque using that with the scout on the CT side to great effect, that door. Kiko close range. This is going to be messy. Oh god, it's looking pretty scary. EG really want just something to capitalize on here. They go for the pick. Breeze finds James, the trade is there. Kiko's got 1 more to go though, as Tarek with that Galil. And that's a 3v4 for Avangar straight away. They've got to make some choices here. Sanji will pick up 1. I think that was through the smoke. And that evens things up to a 3v3, but it's still difficult here. EG have a lot of map control.
Dren and Sanji still in the mid position. Do they swing? Buster says they don't need to. Cirque now hopping up towards short with the scout. He's scoped in, they've heard him. He just wants to continue to engage. In the meantime, Stan, he's got 13 HP. He's got a bomb watching long. They don't really know the full makeup of the Avangar players at the moment. Cirque will be the information man, the investigation man, as he's the guy with health, he's the guy without the bomb. And the play's running top mid as Stan's actually, oh no, he's lost his duel with Sanji. Sanji must have kept his gun out. Cirque will take Adren out. Can he do any more? He can't.
Long take here, and it's just Adren who's going to be there on the corner. He may have to give this one up. He's going to go deeper though. I think if you can hold on to it against the pistols, that really does make sense. Good damage from the HE. He's got Sanji there for backup as well. They're looking to go for this. They are not looking to give away long anytime soon. Sanji will be able to burn down Ethan. James picks up 1 with the HE, so the utility really doing its job. And it looks like they have dealt with evil geniuses for the most part in this round. And maybe Sanji's the guy to step up, James. So far in this second half, he's really been the man that's stood up tall for me.
Cirque 10 HP. Well, he's got an MP9. Not what you're used to seeing him with, so maybe he won't do too much remaining. Maybe this is one of the few options they feel like are good. 2 smokes for the cross. There's a crouch peek. They're doing it the hard way. There's only 1 flashbang, which is for Cirque. That's it for the remainder of this round. So 1 player's been spotted towards long, and James will fall back to play site to play with his teammates. Adren starts to creep. Stan looking in the corner of the smoke. The jiggle from Adren, but he doesn't win the duel. And now there's just low ground for the CT. Suddenly this is super awkward. James to 1 HP, standing in front of the flames as well. Oh, that's not a good idea. This has just become brittle, extremely brittle. It's in a matter of seconds. James trying to fall back now. What has happened on the A-bomb site?
Yeah, EG managed to find a plan. That's really great from them. But holding down Catwalk is the next battle, and it will be won by Avangar. Buster with a very key frag. I think if that frag doesn't go their way, I think the round's probably off for Avangar, but now they've got a chance to go for this. James rotating through the long position with 1 HP. My God. Cirque holding the angle from the ramp there. It's going to be very tough now. Just Cirque left alive the AK, and Buster's owned everyone. Beautiful 3K from Buster. My God. As you said, James, that got really awkward very quickly.
Yeah, credit to 3-man aggression from Avangar towards long. They get the early incendiary, but Evil Genius is going to smoke it and push it, going to burst with the numbers, expecting the CTs to fall back, catching them off guard. Beautiful. That's the round shut down.
Yep.
you don't see that response very often. And this is what I said. Are Evil Geniuses going to counter Avangar? Once they get that incendiary through those doors, I'm imagining that 2 of the 3 players are retreating if 3 players are there. So they just play the numbers game, throw the smoke in, minimal time to respond. You've probably got CTs running back towards the site. Hold on a second, what's that smoke about? Running, just not in position. they get through the choke point with 2 or 3 players, and then that's just a complete wipeout.
Absolutely, yeah. That was there's not too much you can do. I mean, that often comes down to, obviously for the T side, you know, you want to get those long spawns to really increase your chances of success, so you have the best timing. And for the CTs too, they decided to fight. And if you can't afford to miss your shots in that occasion, and there's variance with the flashbangs and smokes flying around, so it's, I mean, that's just one of those spots. It just sucks for the CTs because you don't want to play a game of variance.
Look at this. The bomb's planted on A, and the CT still have to try and defend B just for survival. Buster, can he hold on to the Krieg? He can't. That's a primary weapons. I think it's all right. Evil Genius, look at this response. Straight through the middle doors with a crossfire. Cirque takes that Buster immediately. That's one of the AWPs gone.
Yeah, it will be collected, I think, by Sanji, who's on that B-bomb side, but he's not in the best position. Along with the North there, nice push from Kikert, really using that FAMAS to maximum impact. And now what do they do? It slows down towards B, and again, that orb is posted up there. Sanji, with that orb, will take down Ethan, and it doesn't look like Evil Geniuses have any kind of a timing here. They have to force their way in. Brute force, nothing else really can work for them, and they are getting just slowed down at every turn.
Somehow Breeze has made it to the car position though, with a smoke at the front, but there's a molly for that. And now he's going to be, oh, is he going to be forced forward? Maybe he's not, he's going to kill everybody from there. This round just keeps turning around. 1 minute, there's so much time on the clock for EG to try and do this. I'm loving the response from Avangar. Just when you thought it's safe to say they're getting completely outplayed, they fight their way back, but then this happens. These smokes on the B bomb site on CT&T for Evil Geniuses have caused so many issues for Avangar. They're like the most dangerous smokes ever. Adren's found the weapon. He's creeping, but not pushing just yet. Evil Geniuses will feel the nervousness of the CTs. And maybe the Avangar will wonder why the bomb's not being planted, but surely they've seen it on the site, so there shouldn't be a clue there. But if EG just keep waiting, do Avangar send one player towards A?
My God, that was just disgusting, wasn't it? So fast from Stan. Kikert will make his way through with an AWP against 2 players. This really doesn't look like it's going to work out. That maybe had to be the pick to go, and it just doesn't really seem to be happening for Kikert. The flick missed as well. He is lucky to actually be alive.
But they'll force their way back into it, only for it to descend into even more madness, and indeed, the force buy hasn't quite worked out for them. Jane will still have an AWP, and that is going to change as soon as I say it. But Buster will collect it. He's a dab hand with an AWP as well. But I don't think this is going to be the round for Avangar.
Oh, hello. Kikert once again back at it with the headshots, and he's picked himself up a creep, but the play is coming towards the A-bomb site at the moment. The bomb is not actually with those 2 players pushing the catwalk position. It's making its way up catwalk right now, and Cirque is covering for Tarek's approach with that bomb. Now, is there going to be a way for Avangar to stop this bomb? It doesn't look like there is. So the bomb should be planted, and there's no kit on any player. So if Avangar decide to go for this, they've got to be quick about it. And I don't know that now that they've lost long, if they'll be thinking about doing that.
Yeah, they've got a Krieg and an AWP, and almost no one has any Kevlar, so they definitely want to just hold on to this. No kit, no utility. It's just trying to hold on to what they have, because as you can see, equipment value is almost $10,000 they're carrying, so it would be madness to throw this all away, which is like, this is like a 1% round to be winning something like this. And it's not really about the exit frags here, it's about survival. Evil Genius is looking to move to 13 rounds. It's been a very interesting game of Dust 2. Absolute dominance at the beginning from Evil Geniuses, forcing Avangar to try to adjust. They try to adjust, doesn't always go their way. Somehow the score is still relatively close, although it's a big battle coming up. Spaghetti Western time. The close range smokes. Will there be a flash? Sanji will swing. How many is he going to get? 3! That is absolutely devastating. Kikert moves into a position to stop the bomb from being planted. 4 versus 2. No need to take the forward engagements now. Avangar posting the smoke up on the sites. Stan creeping around it. I mean, those smokes have been favorable for him in most cases, but James has a great angle. As Stan looks one way, James takes him out from another. The bomb's down by that Goose. It's at the feet of the Goose. It's a nice flick from Cirque. He has 30 seconds to do this. Looking for more engagement. Goes for the bad plant, the safest plant there is. We've got James on long, so Circle, oh, never mind. We got a Kobe from Buster to shut everything down. And now Avangar can make it to 10 rounds, to double figures, and pick up a second AWP if they want it, as well as a Krieg. So again, still like it.
And that means that Adren abandoned long. And look at that. 3 players have crept out long. Beautiful timing from EG. What a round so far from them. This big swing gets caught by Jamie's on fire, but he's still able to do the damage. 2 kills isn't enough.
Buster has eyes on the cross. Will there be a gap for him? Oh, yes, there will be. The bomb needs to be collected, though. It's by the car on long. And they have no idea if anybody's there. They don't know if they're compromised, which is why things have really slowed down. They have no idea. They're going to have to try and play a two-man setup. But they'll soon find that nobody is here. And they should read that there was... they don't have any idea that the bomb is there. Moving back towards that long position. But those grenades have gone. I do wonder if they forgot about them, about the bomb. They didn't realize nobody had the bomb or something like that. Okay, we've got a deep smoke. That is going to be the saving grace. I think he got caught on the wall, but somehow still survived. Zerg goes for the long plant as well. Ethan has the AWP on the site. It's actually Stan who's at long with the Krieg, but he's moving towards T-spawn. He's holding a huge off angle. He can always rotate back in case there is aggression, but no. Avangar are forced to save with the AWP and the M4 once again.
Yeah, absolutely. Just respecting Evil Geniuses in the position that they're in. It's definitely a position of strength. And it's never going to be nice having to just sit back and watch whilst your opponents get the 14th round like this, but it is what it is. And they'll keep the AWP alive, so that will go to James, no doubt. And the loss bonus for Avangar is going to go to... It would just be the second round loss bonus, so $1,900. It's not really amazing.
Smoke executes. A little variation, actually, to what Avangar like to do. So they can't see what's going on the low ground, but there is an instant trade from James, which is something for Avangar, looking for more over the smoke. Circle, he shot down to 27, and James is forced away. He's got support in that long position. He'll have range, so EG may have to focus on the short area while James is still alive on long.
Yeah, just James' presence, though, is really amazing because it does allow Adren to creep up close with a UMP. Ethan in middle is locking it down, and that might just kill everything. Adren has to get a kill on the site. He can't do it in James now. There's too much distance to cover, so it's impossible. And he just needs to keep the AWP alive. But they know that he's here. He's got to keep this AWP alive. It's not going to be free. There's the first challenge. And now next is perhaps Stan from long with the AWP of his own. James looking to avoid that position entirely. Oh, Stan, I think, just barely not seeing him. He must hear Stan still running around. He hears them both running around. This is just some magical quality to them when you have these pistols. Key cut, slight gap there. Tarek takes one down in the B-bomb side. Does that give Evil Geniuses a sense of comfort? The timing from Keycut is really strong. He only gets a single kill, though.
Ooh, okay, well, Buster is making it doable, but it's not really likely, is it? And now Adren is alone. He'll get taken out immediately.